Hello everyone. Today we are going to study about CAS 2, that is revised 2015, and that is effective from 1st April 2016. Earlier I also made videos on introduction and CAS 1 also, and shared with you also. And for the same, if you want to see, the link is been there in my below the video. You can go and see the introduction and CAS 1 also. So let's start with CAS 2. CAS 2 is a cost accounting standards on capacity determination. And why there is a need for cost accounting standards? We can start with the introduction. So you can choose like all these standards, standard 1, 2, 3, all the standards. The standards are nothing but they are the principles of costing. We have to use these principles and standards in making our cost statement. So that's why CAS 2 is very important. And what is the need of capacity determination? First I can tell you, identify a capacity. It's very important that industry should know their capacity determination and identify their capacity. Second, we can say evaluating potential for future expansion and understanding the scope also, and efforts also towards if there is a like our production goes down, especially in our business or industry, that also called traffic congestion also. So we have to remove that traffic congestion. hmm, so we have to make efforts for that, and balancing of surplus capacity. It's same like I can give you one example. If we are going on road by car, a car is running very smoothly on highway plus road. Hmm. Suddenly one breakdown has been occurred in mid of the road. So our traffic goes slow. A car will run slowly. So that is also a traffic congestion also. So once that traffic congestion truck has not been removed from it, till then traffic will goes down. So same thing we have to follow in our industry, and we have to analyze and understand why its our progress has been goes down, why there is traffic congestion. So we have to make efforts towards that also, and make balancing of our surplus capacities also. Third third is an like internal management for planning schedules of productions and monitoring during implementation of plan program. These three are the basically, I think, need. There is a need for CAS 2. Like if your production goes down, then we need to remove that, and production will go smoothly, and capacity will increase directly. And for this all, you have to understand first process and procedure of the company industry, and discuss with the manager for all the services they are using. The objective of the standard is to bring uniformity and consistency in the principles and methods determination of capacity with reasonable accuracy. Definitely will not going to say that is 100% accuracy. We will say reasonable accuracy. The standard shall be applied to cost statement, including those requiring attestation, which require determination of capacity for assignment of overheads. We make cost statements, MI statements, that help you to determine and understand what is the cost of capacity determination. So this is a scope also. And however, there are certain important definitions of capacity determination. The most important part of the capacity determination is to identify the installed capacity, then normal capacity, and then actual production. And then what is the difference between all the capacities, so that we can identify the idle capacity. So what is the installed capacity? Installed capacity is the maximum capacity of the machine that can produce for all over the whole year, that is 365 days into 24 hours. That is the maximum capacity produced by the machine. And this if you want to identify that, this is our not job, and we can't do. We also can't calculate that production also. This is the from where the machine has been purchased, or the engineer only who can tell us what is the maximum installment capacity of the install capacity. That is our install capacity. Practical capacity, available capacity. It is the capacity that is calculated after considering due allowance for normal idle time. Okay, this is the capacity that is after considering due normal for a normal idle time, due that is shift change and all the things. Where, after that considering, this is the available capacity. Normal capacity, it is the average capacity achieved by the organization in the past. This represents the trend of working organization. See, like normal capacity is like is the average capacity in the past, and that represent the working of the organization. Also, actual capacity, it is the actual unit produced by the organization in the current year. This is actual production, whatever it has been done by the industry, that is our actual capacity. It's usually expressed as a percentage of installed capacity. And total idle capacity is install capacity minus actual capacity. Understood hai? Because whatever the total maximum capacity minus actual capacity were actually produced, that is a total idle capacity. That normal idle capacity is install capacity minus practical capacity. Install capacity, that is maximum capacity minus practical capacity, that is considered after due allowance for normal idle time. And last not the least, abnormal idle capacity. It is the capacity lost due to abnormal time. Abnormal idle capacity is equal to practical capacity minus actual capacity. So overall, I can say that if we will remove the plant maintenance days period from the total period from my install capacity to find out what is my normal capacity, that is my normal capacity. Many people says in industries also on practical ground that is their normal capacity is the same as installed capacity. That is not at all true, because installed capacity is much bigger, that is fully capacity of the machine, than normal capacity, and normal capacity is much lesser. So as to remove your plant maintenance from your normal normal capacity also we have utilization. And normal idle capacity also, I can say, like I can give you one example that we as a human being, we have also installed with a capacity of 24 into 7 hours, but install capacity, that is our maximum install capacity, 24 into 7 into 365 days, that is our install capacity. But we are as a human being, we have to go for sleep for minimum maximum 7 to 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours. We have to go for food, we have to go for freshen up, sleep, yoga. If someone is following a physical perfect life, then he will go for yoga also, and then all the that is after considering all these time, these are time, removing all this time from like 8 to 9 hours plus 4 hours, we can say like 15 to 16 hours in a day we can use use that capacity, and that is a that is a normal adult capacity in a firm, as a human being. So that is a normal idle capacity. And capacity does not mean not always determine in unit or production. You can determine with the machine or man hours also. Like presentation also, cost statement shall present install capacity, normal capacity, actual production of goods or service provided in absolute terms. In absolute terms, actual capacity utilization shall be presented as percentage of install capacity. Actual capacity, as I said earlier, that always will presented as percentage of install capacity. And in present you have to present in absolute terms. If you are signing any cost statement, whereas you have to mention wherever you have to mention install capacity, normal capacity, actual production of goods or services, then definitely you can take advantage of CAS to presentation part of it, and you can make presentation on it. In presentation, if there are some enhanced or discarded, then you have to mention in your report along with the man hours, machine hours in a shift, how many shifts are going, should be mentioned in our reports in absolute terms. So that's an install capacity. Also, you can say not at all with normal. You have to. One more thing I can say, that install capacity, like many industry used to say that install capacity is same as normal capacity. I earlier said you, but you have to ask the division or what is the actual calculation of install capacity they have done in clear terms. Without any hesitation, you have to ask and you have to mention in the report as a disk presentation in that. The cost statement shall disclose the following. Disclosure. This is a very important part of the CAS 2. We have to disclose many things. Basis for arriving at different types of capacity. Like we can say, like industry is using a different types of capacity. Then it is always preferable that, especially in cost statement, cost report para, refer to para costing policy about the basis of arriving at the different types of capacity, and that will help to arrive the capacity for normal capacity, actual capacity. So this is the most important disclosure of the cost statement. Changes in the install capacity or normal capacity with reason thereof. If there are changes in install or normal capacity, we have to mention the reason in our report. For example, this is a very big example, this pandemic COVID situation every industry has faced, and definitely there are changes in install capacity and normal capacity also, because many time, like for 5 to 6 months, factory has been shut down, machines had not gone for maintenance, so machines got stuck also, so there is impact on install capacity also maintain. And if machine gets old, then its capacity also goes down. It's like if you purchase a machine, the first day the machine install capacity is different after 1 year of that, because the performance of the machine has been goes down, it's become old now. So there is something that they should be, there is definitely there will be a changes there. Capacity enhanced to outsourcing, capacity outsourced to others, like third party loan license, capacity outsourced to others, job work and other work that we need to put up in disclosure. Details of actual production of goods or services provided. Self-manufacturing goods or service provided through in-house facility, or goods produced or service provided through outsourcing. If there are manufacturing in own premises, like industries manufacturing in our own premises, own factory, whatever you have production in your own premises, factory needs to be disclosed. Plus, if it can take loan on license or goods and have been produced in their behalf by other industry, other manufacturer, then it should also disclose in a segregate part as a separately. If like if you are produce if the production is done in your own premises, then you have to mention it separately. And if the production has been outsourced to other any other licensing, then you have to mention it in your report very clearly. Reason for low capacity utilization. Reason for low capacity utilization this year, all companies that are under utilization of capacity, it's beside the COVID also, there are reasons of low capacity. Definitely there will be a reason while comparing the normal idle or abnormal time idle time. So definitely there will be the reason for low. It's not always there will be a reason of COVID situation, but before that also in industry there are many more low capacity utilization also there. And abnormal cost due to underutilization of capacity. Yes, in this pandemic there are many abnormal costs occurred. Many industries has been faced. So there are many abnormal costs occurred. So this is the CAS 2 all over. I have done. I think I made understand with you very clearly. So we're going to meet you with you another video with CAS 3 very soon. So till then, bye.